What is up, Ludy Bros Army? The Ludy Boys are back, and we're ready to talk about this upcoming NBA schedule. We've all figured it out. They've got everything figured out. They've got the bubble going down in Orlando, and we're going to go ahead and get some NBA action started. So we wanted to sit down. We wanted to take a look at the upcoming schedule and throw out a couple of the games that are going to stand out to myself and to Lil Bro. Before we jump into this, please make sure that you have smashed that subscribe button. Make sure that you hit the like button as well on this video. And down in the comments, be sure to comment any games that you want the Ludy Bros to go ahead and take a look at. And we can sit down, we can dissect it, and we can let you guys know our thoughts on the upcoming games and the schedule, how everything's going to end up playing out for this season. So, Little Bro, I'll pass it over to you. If you want to list maybe the opening night's games, and we can go ahead and we can get this schedule thing going.
All right, so first game of opening night, we got Utah Jazz going up against New Orleans Pelicans over on TNT. So we got Zion Williamson, Lonzo Ball, and the crew going up against Rudy Gobert and what's the guard?
Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell, yep. Donovan Mitchell. And last time we left off, the Utah Jazz were sitting up at fourth in the West. You know, looking a little strong, looking a little decent. Pelicans were trying to make a run for the playoffs. So they're going to have an opportunity to try and sneak in there at the end. What are you looking forward to on this matchup?
Well, on that matchup, I actually was able to see Zion live back in February. I got to see Pelicans versus Lakers in person. And Zion, I mean, he's a little workhorse. He's a little workhorse. And, I was never a big Lonzo Ball. I was never a big Lonzo Ball fan. But I think that him and Zion together is a great fit. I do think that it's a great fit. I would love to see New Orleans Pelicans make it into the playoffs. I would love to see them get into the playoffs. Utah Jazz, I think Rudy Gobert is a good center, and Donovan Mitchell's obviously, he's a star in the NBA. I'm not going to call him a superstar yet, but he's definitely a star. It'll be very interesting. I mean, they've had a couple months off. I'm hearing that Zion's lost about 20 pounds. I don't know if you've heard that, but I saw a picture of him looking a little leaner, and I'm hearing that he's lost about 20 pounds. I'm interested to see if he has any issues. Have you heard about all the stuff that's going on with his family taking money while he was in college?
Yeah, I've heard some things about that. I've heard he has to go and testify, I believe.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if that's that could carry over and maybe be a distraction, on top of everything that's going on. So, but I think that's going to be a fun matchup, and I'm hoping for the Pelicans. I'm rooting for the Pelicans. I would like to see them get into the playoffs. So, and then go ahead, little bro.
I was just gonna say, I mean, Utah Jazz, they're a solid team. They have a good coach, a good system work around. They have good players. Donovan Mitchell, I'm not going to call him a star in my opinion. He's a good player, but I don't think he still has to reach a ceiling yet that says he's a star. And I'm not sure if Utah is going to be the place he can do it at. But I mean, I don't know. But New Orleans Pelicans, I would like to see them in the playoffs as well. Zion is just a walking highlight. Lonzo Ball has improved since he's gotten to that team. They also got JJ Redick. He's okay. I know you don't like him that much, but he can hit some shots. He can. But that's all I got to say on that. The second game of opening night, we got.
Well, real quick before we get to the big matchup, I do want to throw this. I just had this thought about Utah Jazz. Speaking of, we're talking about Zion possibly having some issues. Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell at the beginning of the whole pandemic, there was a lot of rumblings that those two were having issues. So I'm interested to see if that's going to spill over here now that we're back on the court. Are they going to be able to put that stuff aside, or is that going to cause problems for them over in Utah?
Well, now that you mentioned that, I don't think it's going to cause problems, now for on the court, but during the off season, Rudy Gobert is eligible for that supermax deal, and so
I don't think he's going to get that from Utah.
I don't think so either because of what's happened.
Yeah.
But like I said, he and Donovan Mitchell are both will be looking for contracts next year, so I'm sure those will play a factor.
Okay.
So the big matchup for opening night, we got Los Angeles Clippers versus Los Angeles Lakers.
All right.
So Bron going against Kawhi.
Well, if you've been following this channel, then you already know it's well documented. Lil Bro and I, we don't mind Kawhi. Let's get this out in the open first. We just picked up a subscriber right now, so thank you. Shout out to Ducko's Gaming. You guys just subscribed. Big shout out to you. Thanks for supporting the channel.
Oh, just now?
Ducko's Gaming just subscribed to the channel, so I was just giving him a little shout out. Thank you guys.
Appreciate it, Ducko's Gaming.
There we go. Back to this Clippers and Lakers. We don't have a problem with Kawhi. First and foremost, we've got to get that out there to everybody. The issue that the Ludy Bros have, Ludy Boys, because our dad is the one who's hyping this guy up. It's just that when you're saying that he is the lockdown, when you're saying that he is the best player in the NBA, when you're saying all these things, there's still a king in LA who hasn't been dethroned yet. He has not been dethroned. There's still a king in LA that you're going to have to deal with. Lil Bro, why don't you go ahead and get us really going on this Clippers and Lakers matchup?
Well, okay, so like Kawhi is a good player. Don't get me wrong; he's in the top 5 of the league today, but he still doesn't dominate the game like LeBron James does. Okay,
yeah.
LeBron controls the pace of the game. He controls the flow. And I know a lot of people want to say Kawhi Leonard is just this one-man stopper. That's not necessarily the case. He is a good defender and a good team defender, okay? But listen, I've already brought this up on a several video. Kawhi Leonard, and our dad likes to bring up how Kawhi Leonard locked down LeBron. LeBron James averaged over 50% shooting on 28 points. Yeah. And if that's what you call locking down, then that's not the case.
Yeah.
That's getting what you always get. But for the rest of the team, it's interesting because I know the Clippers just picked up Joakim Noah recently, and I know, and Dad has been big on Joakim Noah too. But the thing is, Joakim Noah has not played in the NBA for about 3 years, so he still needs to get adjusted. And I'm not sure he's going to get a lot of playing time to begin with because of how their rotation's built. But, they got Montrezl Harrell, who's been big off the bench. Got Lou Williams, big off the bench. They got good production from the bench. Paul George, there's some big question marks for him. Every postseason he's gone into, he's disappeared. And he's got a chance to finish that now that he's got this is probably his best team he's been a part of.
Oh, this is definitely the best team he's been a part of. The reason for that is because Paul George was the best player on every previous playoff team that he had. But now, and this is us giving credit to Kawhi. Kawhi Leonard is the best player on the Clippers. I mean, so now he's got a better player to take some of that burden off of him. But I mean, the reason why Kawhi wanted a running mate like Paul George, look, I'm not a fool. Paul George is going to be the one who's going to be guarding the tougher defensive assignment than Kawhi. Like, let's be real. Paul George is going to draw that tougher assignment with Kawhi being able to do what he does best, which is weak side help. He's going to be able to come from the weak side. He'll be able to alter shots. He's going to be able to get steals. He's going to be able to have an impact playing that way. But look, in a 7-game series, I don't see Kawhi so much head-to-head with LeBron. And the reason why they picked up Joakim is because they're hoping that they can do what Kawhi teams have done in the past. When Kawhi played with the Spurs, they were able to funnel LeBron into big men, Tim Duncan, Thiago Splitter. When he's playing against the Bucks, he's able to funnel Giannis into big men named Serge Ibaka and Marc Gasol. So they're trying to shore up their bigs so that they can, in an attempt to funnel LeBron to those bigs. That's what they're hoping they're going to be able to do here. When these two teams, I do believe that, spoiler alert, I believe Clippers and Lakers are going to match up. That's what they're hoping to do.
They're probably are going to hoping to do that, but I don't think that's going to work this time because Anthony Davis is on the team too. They're not going to have to leave. One of them can't leave him wide open, or else it's just going to be a dunk, alley-oop dunk. So to stop LeBron, like with Giannis and those other teams, there's no big man presence there that can just he can dish the ball up to and he can go and get you a bucket. So I'm not sure how that's going to work out. But the Lakers have also picked up J.R. Smith. Avery Bradley is not going to be there. He did not want to play during this.
That's a
and
big thing.
And they also picked up Dion Waiters. He's there as well.
Well, you know what? They had to pick that up too because Rondo broke his hand. So he's not there, and Avery Bradley's not there.
Well,
yeah. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, well, they're anticipating Rondo to be available for the playoffs.
Okay, but
so we'll see.
See, my thing about getting a guy back that late is and Rondo's a good guy with being able to fit in. You know, believe it or not, Rondo's a good guy with being able to fit in with what you want to do. But if you're trying to add him in right there at the playoffs, even if it is just an 8-game, 8 games to get things going, those are crucial 8 games. Because once you get into the playoffs, people are going to be ramping it up. The possessions are going to slow down. I don't know about adding Rondo in at that stage. Just here we go, roll it out there and go. So I think it's a good idea picking up guys like Dion Waiters and J.R. Smith, but they're hurt defensively. I do think the Lakers were hurt defensively without Avery Bradley and without Rajon Rondo. I do believe that. But the thing is, I mean, Patrick Beverley is the point guard for the Clips. I mean, he's not anything that you need to worry about on the offensive end. But having that toughness, Avery Bradley brings the toughness to you. And then Rondo also is, he's bringing a toughness and he's bringing, a championship and deep, intense playoff game experience for you. I think that is something that we would like, I'm going to keep an eye on as we get closer to the playoffs and the potential matchup with the Lakers and the Clippers. So those are the opening night games. I think that's a big, that's a nice big opening night for us as basketball fans to be able to tune into and check out. Hit us up in the comments below. Let us know what you guys think about these matchups coming here from opening night. Once again, it's Utah Jazz and the New Orleans Pelicans, and then we got the Clippers and the Lakers squaring off down at Staples Center. This is going to be on TNT, and the games are starting at 3:30 Pacific time. So, Lil Bro, why don't you get us up out of here if you had anything else to add into this?
Well, I mean, there's still a couple, matchups coming up, the next coming days that are interesting.
I want to save those ones. I want to save those ones for another time. I wanted to keep these two on the little highlight from coming in from TNT.
That's fine with me. So, hey, if like we just said, Lakers, Clippers, New Orleans, Utah Jazz, it's going to be very good, interesting. It's going to be good to get some basketball back. If you guys are new to this channel and you're liking what you see, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Comment down below on what you guys think is going to be what you're excited for this restart. Also, give this video a like if you enjoyed it. We'll catch you guys in the next video. Later.